Today we're going to be taking a look at a Casablanca Cambridge with 4 seasons brackets. This is a bit of an odd specimen. When I first got it, it had a 5-blade adapter on it, and 5 blades, but I took that off to make it 4 blades. And it has a somewhat tarnished K5S on it, I suppose you would call that. You know, with the K4S and then this centerpiece here in the middle. And it is Slumber Quiet. Like most SQ Cambridges, it is from 1983. This one's May of 1983. And at first glance you might think this is one of those Friday fans, but it's actually not. It's just a Cambridge with different blade brackets. And a bit of an interesting light kit. And a bit of an interesting pull chain as well. You have this fob stuck halfway between. I tried pulling this thing, but it will not move. And then you have this tassel down here. I suppose whoever put this chain on was really torn between whether they wanted a fob or a tassel, so the people at the showroom said, hey, we'll give you both. And that's probably not actually what happened, but I like to think it is. Overall, this fan is in decent shape. The blades are a touch warped, and the bearings do make a bit of noise. But it still runs rather well. The Slumber Quiet did need a new board when I got it, but now it runs fine. And it did come 100% complete. The center globe is original to the fan, however the 4 outer shades I added myself because, well, one of them kinda broke, as you can see right here. It's still intact, but there's a big chip out of it right here, a giant hole. So yeah, I could theoretically still hang this on the fan, but all it's going to take is one little crack going up here to the fitter piece and the whole thing's going to shatter. So I don't think I want to risk that happening. On top of that, one of the other 4 outer shades was not the same. It looked similar, but it was also slightly different. I believe I have them over here. Yeah, here we go. So this is what one of the shades looked like, not shattered. So this is another one, right here. And then this one was the replacement one that's slightly different. It may be hard to tell on camera, but it is slightly different. It's a little more narrow and less sloped going out like this. So presumably, one of this type shattered previously, and they replaced it, but didn't get a perfectly accurate replica of these shades. So yeah, so for the sake of consistency, so I wouldn't have 2 or maybe even 3 different types of light shades on here, I just went with this. I use these pretty often, to be honest. So yeah. There is the light. 5 bulbs, it's nice and bright. And we'll start the fan up. The Slumber Quiet potentiometer is set to minimum speed. Zoom this out a tiny bit. So if I do come across a set of 4 polished brass Cambridge blades. I may put that on this fan to make it more authentic. But nevertheless, I do still kind of like the look of this with the Four Seasons brackets. Even though I am also a huge fan of the ornate filling of the Cambridge brackets, as I've expressed in previous videos. And we'll turn up the Slumber Quiet a bit. And forgive me for all the creaking sounds you'll hear, because the potentiometer is at a bit of an awkward position, so I have to stand up on my bed to reach it. And I have a somewhat of a creaky mattress. And up some more. And you may already be able to hear the dry bearing noise making its presence known. These bearings will probably need replacing pretty soon. And take it up some more. Yeah, so there is the dry bearing noise, and then on top of that there's the pretty frequent esque noise. And that's just shy of full speed. And all the way up. This fan moves pretty fast and still blows good air. Yeah, if I weigh down the blades with a textbook for a while and replace the bearings, this fan will be in pretty much top-notch shape. And there you go. A Casablanca Cambridge in polished brass with 4 Seasons brackets.